it's Mercedes and welcome back to America Reads Fun Learning Activities. Our activities focus on different topics such as science, health, history, and even arts. For this week, we are going to be focusing about all the cultures around the world, but let's try to guess what our topic for today's video is by using vocabulary words. Our first vocabulary word is moral, and moral is a lesson, one especially concerning what is right or wrong. Our second word is repetition, and repetition is the action of repeating something that has already been said or written. And our final word is trickster, and trickster is one who tricks, such as a dishonest person who defrauds others by trickery. So now that you know all our vocabulary words, which are moral, repetition, and trickster, do you guys know what we are going to be talking about today? Well, for today, this is part 2 of the Folktales all around the world with Marian this time. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass it on to Marian to tell you guys some interesting folktales that we found from different parts of the world. So take it away, Marian.
Hey guys, it's Marian, and let's get together all the materials we're going to be needing. First, you're going to need a printed crayon, any color construction paper you guys want, colored pencils or crayons, pencil, glue, and a pair of scissors. We'll move everything aside and just bring out the pencil and maybe the crayons or colored pencils you guys need. And pretty much what this crayon is, we're going to be creating different pictures of the folktales I'm going to be talking to you guys about. So let's create like 3 sections, and in the first section you guys get to create whatever character you guys want. In my case, I'm going to be drawing a little elephant with some grass and a castle right behind it. And what we're going to be doing is every folktale I talk to you guys about, you guys get to draw one thing that stood out. It could be the character, it could be what the character did, or the lesson behind the whole folktale. So you guys get to draw. You guys can look up and see what I'm drawing to give you ideas and inspire you to draw something for yourself. Or you guys get to listen to the beautiful folktales and the lessons behind these folktales I'm going to tell you about. The first folktale I'm going to be talking about is how the kangaroo got his pouch. This folktale comes from Australia. And the folktale goes like this. Long ago, the kangaroo and her Jody were walking about. They were listening to the birds sing, to them walk around, and just notice so many things around them until they actually stumble upon a fellow creature named the wombat. The kangaroo mother said, "Oh dear," to her baby Jody. This wombat is too old and sick. He must have great-great-grandchildren already." The kangaroo mother heard this wombat cry and asked, "What's wrong, my fellow wombat?" He said, "Huh?" Startled, "Who is that?" The kangaroo said, "Huh? Oh, it is I, kangaroo, and my little Jody." The wombat said, "Oh no, I'm blind. No one wants me around. No one thinks about me. I'm no good anymore. They abandoned me, all of them." The kangaroo, with a tender heart, said, "It's not as bad as you think. I could be your friend, and so can my baby Jody. We'll show you around to the juiciest grass, the most delicious waters, and we'll help you." The wombat was very pleased and went about their fellow walk with the kangaroo and the Jody. Out of nowhere, a hunter comes from the grass and aims straight to the wombat. The kangaroo notices and tries to distract the hunter. As she just distracts him, She yells, "Run! Just run!" The wombat ran. He didn't know where he was going, and he just kept running. The Jody did the same. As the kangaroo mother ran, the hunter followed her until they got to a cave. This kangaroo ran all the way to the cave and not made a sound. The hunter actually didn't get to see the kangaroo go into the cave and just walked past. A few minutes later, noticed that the hunter wasn't there. She peeked out and wondered where her fellow friend was, the wombat. She goes back to where he should have been, or the direction he was going, and didn't find him. Out of nowhere, she noticed, "Oh no, my Jody, where is he?" And looked around for a very long time, tried to find her little Jody, and found him underneath a tree, enjoying himself playing with the little birds. The wombat actually was a god, and noticed how brave she was. One, to take away the hunter from them. Two, actually noticed that she forgot about her baby Jody. So, as a gift, this god, which was a wombat, gave her a pouch and said, "Here, so you don't forget about your Jody, and you always have a nice, kind heart." But the kangaroo noticed this could actually be helpful for other animals to have their babies close, and if things get really, really crazy, to have them with them and not forget about their babies. Now, not just the kangaroo has pouches. Other animals have pouches as well to protect their young, and the mother could go about her day. Lesson here is, you could always be kind. You don't always have to look for something in reward. But if something is given to you, it's nice considering others and sharing your gift. Now, another folktale. This folktale comes from Europe. Actually, Poland. It's called Ups and Downs. It comes directly from Belgium. And the story goes like this. The summer had a very, very, very lonely street. It was hot. Rain hasn't fallen for weeks. And the village was desperate for water. The streams were dried up, and the rivers had no water. A fox took up his pipe, walked about, and noticed that there is no water. He met up with a goat. He said, "Good morning." The goat responded, "Well, hello. As you can see, there is no water. We have finished all the water from our barrels, and unless we find something quickly, my children are going to be dying of thirst." The fox said, "And I am so dry that my tongue is actually sticking on top of my tongue. We need to find water fast." So, out of nowhere, goat's like crying, and she doesn't know what to do. She is very desperate to find water for her children. Then, out of nowhere, the fox gets a great idea. He says, "Aha! How about you and I try to find water together?" The goat cried, "Oh, that's a great idea. Let's go for it." The fox cried, "All right, let's go. Let's just lead the way, and if you can't find anything, I'll be right behind you and supporting you." As they go about their merry way, they come across a hill, and they notice a brick-like structure on top. They're like, maybe that has water. With no hesitation, the sheep goes running up the hill. Fox follows her and says, "Wow, well, what do we have here? A well." And they notice at the bottom of the well, there was water. The fox gave the goat a deal. He said, how about this? I get on the bucket, you put me all the way down the well, I try out the water to see if it's well, and if so, you can come down, get something to drink, and take it to your children. The goat thought it was a really good idea, so they went about the plan. The fox gets on the bucket, goes down, drinks water, and says, well, I'm full. How am I gonna get up? He got a splendid idea and said, goat, how about you get on top of the other bucket or the other side of the rope and you come down with me. We drink water together. In desperation, the goat didn't think twice, got on the rope and went all the way down. But as she was going down, she saw the fox coming up. Midway, she was like, wait, what are you doing? I thought we were going to be drinking water together. And he's like, but I'm already full. It's your turn, I guess. She goes all the way down, all the way to the bottom of the well. She does get a drink of water, but by the time she wants to go get back up, the fox isn't there. He's long gone. He went back to the village with a nice filled belly of water. Sadly, at the end of the day, a farmer came by and rescued the goat from the bottom of the well, but took the goat back to his farm, and she, for now, cannot see her kids. That's a very little sad story, but pretty much the lesson for that story is, do not trust anything someone says. Have your suspicion, but don't be too suspicious, because always, no matter what can happen, someone can save you, but cannot give you everything you want. I'm sorry I actually ended up in a bad note with that last folktale, but it's nice to know that folktales have good lessons and some lessons to learn, or as some folktales are taught to find children. So this is one of many folktales a lot of parents or adults will say to children, to not just go about anything. Well, as you can see, I'm pretty much done with my crown, drawing it. If you guys are not done, don't worry, keep drawing. And we're just going to be cutting out the crown. If you guys need help cutting out the crown, for sure ask an adult before you start cutting. But if you are cutting, be careful, please. We don't want no injuries. And like I said before, take your time, add details. And if you want to spice it up, you could put little sparkles, decorations on your crown as well. But for mine, I really enjoyed my pictures, how I drew them. So I'm just going to be cutting it out. As we do this, you guys could look up more folktales on your own, and you guys could see or guess what the lesson was for each folktale you guys look up. There's really nice folktales out there and great lessons to learn from them. So now that I'm finished with my crown, I'm going to bring up that construction paper I had before, and we're going to be measuring the thickness of this crown by using our pinky. As you can see, your pinky has 3 little parts. The first 2 is where we're going to be using how thick our crown is going to be. We don't need more than that. And we're going to mark it right there and just cut straight down. I want my crown to be a bit small. I like it to go on top of my head instead of around my head, so I made my crown a bit smaller. You guys bring out that glue stick we had before, and we're going to be gluing our construction paper to our crown so we could wear it. I really enjoy the green construction paper. I feel like it brightens it up, but whatever you guys have is totally good. And there you have it. There's a nice, beautiful crown with the beautiful lessons you guys learned about today with our folktales. And actually, my little assistant here was very curious about my crown and got to wear it a bit. Well, hope you guys did enjoy this activity. Put that crown away. Don't let it get destroyed. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Thank you so much, Marian, for showing us how to do that fun activity and telling us all those folk tales from around the world. Now, let's go on to our reflection. So, for our reflection, we're going to be answering 2 questions. And my first question is, do you know the 3 elements of a folk tale? It's okay if you don't know, and if you did guess, that was a great guess. Now, let me tell you what the 3 elements of a folktale are. The first element is a plot or a theme. The second element is characterization, and our final element is setting. Hopefully you guys are all familiar with those. You guys probably have learned all of these elements in your reading class and at school. Now let's move on to our second question. Second question is, do you know what the 4 types of folktales are? Well, the 4 types of folktales that there are the trickster tales, fables, portquay stories, and fairy tales. Now, let's talk about each one of them. The trickster tales are usually one character, usually the protagonist, and they use clever tricksteries that causes problems for the rest of the characters. The second type of folktale is fables, and fables are those that teach a lesson or have a moral at the end of the story. And usually most of the main characters in folktales are animals that have human characteristics. Our third type of folktale is a portquay story, and a portquay story basically explains why something is as it is and explains something that came to be. It usually explains nature. And our final type of folktale is a fairy tale, and a fairy tale includes an evil character, and it usually has a hero that involves magic and has a very happy ending. So those are the 4 types of folk tales that there are. After this video finishes, I want you to go ahead and turn to someone nearby and tell them what type of folk tale is your favorite and why. And also, I want you guys to try to guess what type of folk tale each folk tale we told you in the past 2 days are. So that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you for learning with us today. We hope you come back and learn some more. Please make sure you hit that bell notification so you get notified every time we post a new video. Please make sure to like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll be back with more videos soon. So remember to stay positive, think positive, and be positive. Bye, you guys.